In a land far away, deep in the jungle, lived an elephant herd led by the wisest elephant anyone had ever seen. He was known as the elephant who remembered the future. It wasn't called that for nothing. The elephant had a particular gift. Every night before going to sleep, "There's no point in blindly believing everything the old elephant says," she scoffed. "He just wants us to waste our time." From then on, whenever the old elephant shared his visions of finding food or water, Mala refused to believe him. Mala panicked. She ran out of the cave just as the storm hit. The wind almost knocked her over. Blinded by the rain, she stumbled around not knowing where to go. Then she remembered the old elephant's advice. She turned and ran as fast as she could towards the river. She thought he was just an old fool. The wind had knocked him down and he couldn't get back on his feet. Without hesitation, Mala rushed to help him. They ate until their stomachs hurt and their thirst was finally quenched. When they were done, Mala noticed a new mango sprout growing out of the ground near the tree. It was small, but it was a start. "We need to plant more of these," she said, realizing that they needed to think about the future. Together, they managed to get up and stumble to the river. They knew it would take time for the trees to grow, but they were determined. Soon, the entire clearing was filled with mango seedlings. She realized that being a leader wasn't about being the strongest or the smartest, but she knew he was watching over them, guiding them from above. Their numbers grew, and they lived in harmony with the jungle and its creatures. The mango tree, planted by the elephants, bore sweet fruit, providing them with food and a reminder of their wise leader, the elephant who remembered the future. With each passing year, Mala grew as a leader. She made sure to listen to her advisors, the wise elders of the herd, and to be kind and helpful to every member of the herd. It was about caring for her family and working together to overcome any challenge. They made sure to plant other useful trees as well, like banana, papaya, and fig trees. She looked at the other elephants, their bodies thin and weak. They searched everywhere, but he was nowhere to be found. Finally, they decided to return to the mango tree. As they approached, they heard a familiar rumble. Looking up, they saw the old elephant sitting majestically on top of the mango tree. If another storm came, they wouldn't be able to survive. Just then, she remembered the wise old elephant. Then he explained why he had left the herd. "But I'm just a small elephant," she protested. "I don't know if I can do it." The old elephant climbed down the tree and gently touched her with his trunk. "You can do it, Mala. You have the strength and wisdom to lead. You just need to believe in yourself. Remember, even the strongest trees start out as small seeds." "It's my time to move on," he said. "I've lived a long life, and it is time for the younger ones to lead the herd. You, Mala, are the one I've been waiting for. You have a kind heart and a strong spirit. You are the one who will lead the herd into the future." He had told them about the storm, but they hadn't listened. There, huddled with many other elephants, they waited for the storm to pass. He would share with the herd all the good things that were going to happen to them the next day, and each one of his predictions came true. What took her breath away was the sight of hundreds of ripe, juicy mangoes hanging from the branches. She touched one with her trunk and it fell to the ground. Looking up, she realized that the thick leaves had formed a natural roof over the tree, protecting the mangoes from the rain. This meant that the mangoes were still safe to eat, even after being drenched in rain. The storm had passed, but now the whole forest was flooded. The elephants were safe on the high ground, but their food and water sources were all under the water. Mala didn't know where to find him, but she had to try. As she walked through the jungle, she noticed small pebbles that spelled out a message. Picking up the pebbles, she read, "Go to the mango tree." Remembering the old elephant's story about the mango tree, Mala hurried in that direction. For days they wandered around, desperately searching for food and water, but found none. How did he know the future? No one knew. Some said he got it from his dreams. Others claimed he received it through secret messages from the jungle spirits. But whatever his source, everyone trusted him, especially the young elephants who adored him. One day, while sharing his predictions, the wise elephant told the herd about a big juicy mango tree near the watering hole. He said there were hundreds of ripe mangoes, each juicier and sweeter than the last. All the elephants were excited except Mala, a young female elephant who didn't believe the old elephant. She thought he was just making things up. So when the herd went to find the tree the next morning, she stayed behind. When the others returned, their tusks stained purple from the juicy mangoes. Mala laughed at them. As days turned into weeks, the elephant herd began to slowly forget about the old elephant's nightly stories. They still respected him, but they no longer followed his advice. One evening, the elephant herd gathered around the wise leader. "Tomorrow," he began, "there will be a terrible storm. The skies will roar and flash, and the wind will try its hardest to uproot trees. I advise you to stay close to the river. It will be the safest place." After the other elephants thanked him for the warning, they went to sleep. But this time Mala didn't laugh at the old elephant. That night, the sky grew dark, and the wind began to howl like a hungry wolf. Mala felt a bit scared. She looked around and saw that the other elephants were also nervous. For a moment she wished she had believed the old elephant. But then she shook her head, thinking, "No, tomorrow will be just fine." She curled up and tried to sleep, but the sound of the wind kept her awake. Suddenly, the sky cracked open, and the first heavy raindrops fell. As Mala raced through the forest, she saw a young male elephant struggling to stand up. Hours later, when the sun finally peeked through the clouds, the elephants slowly got up. On the fifth day, they heard the familiar rumble of thunder in the distance. Another storm was coming. Mala was terrified. Mala quickly ran to the old elephant's cave. It was empty. The old elephant had vanished. When she reached the tree, she found the rest of the elephant herd. But that wasn't what surprised her. Elephants were overjoyed. The elephants worked together to dig holes and plant the sprouts. After that, Mala and the other elephants went to look for the wise old elephant. "You found me," he said, with a gentle smile. "I knew you would come back. I knew you would understand." Mala was shocked. She never thought she would become the leader. The other elephants gathered around Mala, showing their support. Slowly, Mala's fear turned into confidence. From that day on, Mala became the leader of the elephant herd. She missed the old elephant. She never forgot the lessons she learned from the old elephant and the importance of believing in oneself. Under Mala's leadership, the herd thrived.